This time demands that we cast our eyes to the future, that we take a 21st century approach to meet our 21st century challenges and seize our 21st century opportunities. With President Obama's leadership and our resilient American spirit, we can emerge from this crisis stronger and truer to our creed than when we entered it. Each generation of Americans with hope for their children has courageously shed old ways of thinking and on their behalf reached out to new ideas. We are no different. We too must be willing to abandon our commitments to the weary forms of the past and attend to the future. That is our cause. And if we are going to emerge from this economic crisis and succeed in the long run, we must fundamentally change public education in this country. Our commitment to our children and grandchildren requires that we hold ourselves to a higher standard than we have in the past. This is not a time to spend new money on old programs or to timidly attempt changes that have already failed too many of our children. Now is the time to reimagine our schools as magnets for talent, centers for communities, and incubators of innovation. Only then can we ensure that our students are getting the 21st century skills that will equip them for the new economy. As President Obama said just yesterday, Mr. President, in a global economy where the greatest job qualification isn't what you can do, but what you know, our teachers are the key to our nation's success, to whether America will lead the world in the discoveries and the innovations and economic prosperity of this new century. Study after study has shown that nothing makes a greater difference to student learning than great teaching. We need to support effective teachers and make sure they stay in the classroom. That means creating school environments where teachers and students want to spend time, and it means restructuring our schools and our school calendar so teachers have time to plan together and learn from each other. And we need to pay teachers in ways that reward their success and provide incentives for them to stay in the profession. We must recruit a diverse, excellent, and committed group of Americans to teach our children. The talent is all around us, and the veterans returning from Iraq and Afghanistan, the baby boomers who have spent their careers running successful businesses or working in manufacturing or medicine or in law, and the college graduates looking to find a rewarding vocation, all of whom can inspire and challenge our students to become the engineers who will build green cities, the doctors who will cure cancer, and the entrepreneurs who will start businesses we can't yet even imagine. We need an accurate measuring system so that we know when reforms are working and when students are achieving. We need to ensure that the tests we give kids ask them to deploy the knowledge and skills they have rather than demonstrate their ability to take a test. And we must ensure that when we do give students tests, teachers get the results in time to use them to drive their instruction. If we can allow ourselves to think big again about education, we can start to imagine school buildings as prototypes for energy efficiency and classrooms as job training centers for the new energy economy, preparing parents and students alike. School-based healthcare can advance from one nurse stretched between multiple schools to clinics that are leaders in efficient healthcare. School lunches can progress from packaged feedings in the cafeteria to lived lessons on nutrition and wellness. In some, our schools can become what they should be, the institutions that are preparing our children and their children to lead in the 21st century. In our time, history is once again beginning to run in the direction of change. We have the chance to honor our grandparents' example and move forward together to create a better future for our children. If we do, those children and their children will say that we rose to the moment, that we laid down our adult burdens and our differences to lift up our country and our children instead. Let them say that a spark flew in America in this new century that ignited a generation of educators, children, parents, and communities, and gave them courage to abandon the status quo for a better future. Let our schools once again be the cradle of the American dream and act to fulfill the solemn promise of one generation to the next.